Hey guys, this is Locke. In this video, I'm going to go through the Simulated Universe World 6 tutorial on how to beat this boss. I'm going to be doing it from a free-to-play player perspective, and I'm specifically going to be talking about how I was able to do it using the Path of the Hunt. Whenever I've seen people mentioning this, they're always usually talking about a defensive path, like the path of abundance or the path of perseverance. But in my opinion, a good offense is the best defense, right? So, what I mean by that is the way that I was able to manage the amount of damage I took is by utilizing breaks. I was able to break the enemy quite often, such that, basically I'm only taking a limited amount of damage because they don't get as many turns as they usually would because they're getting broken so often. So to guide this, I first of all I need to pick units that have a type which the boss has a weakness to. So the boss has a weakness to fire, lightning, and quantum. Now she also summons a helper. I forgot the name of the unit, but a support type unit that sticks around. The name escapes me at the moment, but she also has a weakness to type physical. So I want to, it's good if I am able to bring all four of these types. If you're able to bring fire and if you're able to bring fire, quantum, and dark, a mix of those, that's usually enough. But I mean, I think everyone will bring Natasha anyway because she's the only healer. So as you're bringing Natasha, you already kind of have some of your physical covered. Now, the team that I used was this team, and everyone should have access to the Natasha, as I said, and the Trailblazer because everyone gets that, at the beginning. For the other two units, you don't have to bring a support. You can bring two DPS as long as they're of the types that I mentioned, right? You can bring units like Seele. You can bring Arlen. You can bring Serval. You can bring anybody as long as they match these types. You can also bring Ashta as well. She's more of a support character, but she does increase your team's attack capabilities. And because she has a type that the boss has a weakness to, she will help in breaking the type down. Sorry, breaking the boss down. So there are two points that I want to talk about. The first point is, as I mentioned, breaking the boss. The second point is utilizing the resonance skill, and both of these help me to defeat the boss. So first, I'm going to go into detail on why I was able to break the boss. The break gauge down quite fast. It's because the Path of Hunt actually has so many skills that helps you to do this. If you take a look at some of the blessings that you're provided with from the Path of the Hunt, you will notice that a lot of them increases your speed and also increases your attack gauge and things like that. Basically, if you're getting a lot of turns, you are able to basically break the enemy's gauge down because most of your units have a type that helps to break it down. So the more amount of turns that you get, the easier it is to break it down. Also, don't forget that you also have access to an ultimate skill. So when you're using an ultimate skill, you're able to break the gauge down further. So whenever the boss is already broken, I make sure I do not use my ultimate skill. I save it for when the boss is not broken, so I can bring that gauge down faster. Asha is a particularly good unit to have because whenever you use her ultimate, it provides your entire team a speed boost, again, boosting the amount of times they can go. But if you take a look at some of these blessings, for example, this one doesn't really count because it's only the first turn, but this one regenerates energy. So if you're able to regenerate your energy faster, it also means that you're able to pull off your ultimates faster, which means that you can, again, break those gauges down faster. This one lets you, basically take more actions, same as having a higher speed. This one is a key one because every time, it provides such a huge speed boost. If you're able to enhance this as well, it's really good because you will most likely have more than 10 blessings of the hunt, and at that point, you're basically getting a 36% speed boost to your entire team. If you combine this with Ashta's ability, you're basically getting a 72% speed boost for 2 turns, and you're able to take, most likely multiple turns in there, especially if you combine that with the skill. This is also a good one to take as well because I mean, you'll be breaking the boss quite often, and as you're breaking them, if you're delaying them, you're also able to get more turns in. Sure, you're not getting the gauge broken down anymore because it's already been broken and you're waiting, but you're able to get squeeze more damage in during the time that you're waiting for them to recover by taking the skill. And a lot of these are also focused on crit rates and crit damage, and so your damage output from using these skills are also going to be quite high as well. Especially, your one or two damage dealers that you bring. So you're going to be doing quite a significant amount of damage anyway. But I actually found that most of my damage did not come from these units. They actually came from my path resonance path skill, and I will talk about that in a second. But I just wanted to highlight that in addition to these skills, there are also other blessings that you want to take as well from other paths that would provide some of these things. Like one of the things it can provide you is additional defense or damage reduction. Because at some point you might find that like you might be getting one shot. Because in the third stage there is a chance for the boss to do a ton of damage within basically like a turn. And if you're not strong enough, you might die. Like one of your units might die to just getting one shot, and before you can do anything. So in that case, you might want to also try to get some defensive blessings as well. There are a lot of them in the path. Sorry, the blessings of abundance that you can take. One good one that I really like is this one, because a lot of the time I find that my health is full. I'm taking a lot of turns, so I'm able to heal my units and make sure that they're almost always at full health. So whenever the boss does get a turn to do like a huge AoE or something, I'm already at full health, so I will take 36% less damage whenever the boss gets a turn to attack me. I will cover the other units, like I will cover the icicles that she spawns in a second, but they are basically not ever supposed to take a turn with the way that I've gone. So you're only worrying about the boss's AoE. The other things doesn't matter because anyway, I will get to that in a second. Um, there are also where else the blessings of perseverance. There's also like if you're struggling, you can also go with some shields as well. There's one that lets you take reduced damage whenever you have a shield. Which one is that? This one. So I found this one to be quite good as well. And your unit should almost always be shielded, and the reason for that is because you're bringing along your Trailblazer, which provides a shield to your whole team whenever you normal attack. So this is a good this is a good blessing to have, just to make sure your entire team takes a little bit less damage. Um, and then if there are other skills other blessings that basically increase your speed or increase your action gauge or even increases your overall attack, those are all good to have because you want to burst down the boss as soon as possible. So now I said that I will talk about what to do about the icicles. I'm going to show you something. Like, just give me a second as I get into that because it's so much easier to explain. I'm just going to put random characters here. Okay, so whenever you have 10, is it 10? 6. Whenever you have 6 Path of the Hunt, you get to pick you get to pick one of these formations, right? The resonance formations. And this one, no, not that one, this one. This one is really good because it basically lets you store 200 points, which means that you can use the Path of Resonance skill twice, like right in a row. And whenever the boss spawns these icicles, I found that I didn't have enough damage to use the resonance and kill them in one go. But by being able to store 2 stacks of this, I was for sure able to kill them as soon as they spawn, right? So I wouldn't use this skill until she uses the icicle. She would spawn the icicles, then I would use these twice, and I would get rid of them, and it also does a lot of damage to the boss as well. If you are able to get 10 paths of the 10 blessings of the hunt, you're able to take a second skill. And for the second skill, I would highly recommend taking this one because it does increase damage. And when the enemy is defeated, which means the icicles, when one of them is defeated, you get extra 50 energy. So as both of them are defeated, you basically get your energy refilled right away. So you're able to use the path of this, like the skill, 3 times in a row, and then start recharging again after that, right? So by doing that, you're able to do a ton of damage just from this resonance skill to the boss. And when she spawns the other unit, again, you're able to take her out. You're able to break her as well because you're bringing the physical type, and you're bringing the other types that break her easily as well. And then use the skill to defeat, like burst down her HP as fast as you can, and it wasn't too bad. Like I was able to beat it with this team. I will show you the stats of my team. It's not too crazy. I am a free to play player after all, so my resources are limited. So this is my Himiko. She has about 2k attack. This is my relics. I have been farming this stage a lot actually. I was farming World 5 quite a bit, and then World 6 quite a bit as well. I've been farming these instead of farming gears. And the reason I was doing that is because I was able to dismantle these relics and basically level them up. That's why a lot of her pieces are plus 12. Yeah, so that's her stat. That's her relics that I'm using for my support unit. This is her stats, Tingyan's stats. She benefits from a higher attack because a portion of her attack, one of her skills gives a portion of her attack to whoever you choose. So basically, I'm able to bring up Himiko's attack even higher. These are the relics that I have on her. Next, I have Natasha. She has about 2.2k HP. And the relics I'm using on her increases her max HP and alter her healing. And finally, my Trailblazer, this is what I'm using, increase the defense and increase the shield a little bit. And I don't even have a full set, but I got a couple of these that are that increase defense, and I thought it would be better to have basically an extra 70% defense than whatever go with this instead. And oops, let me just go show you. So this is her stat. She has about 2k defense and 1.8k HP. For my light cones, this is the only light cone that I have that's a 5-star one. All the others are purple ones that I'm assuming you shouldn't have too much difficulty getting. To be honest, these are not even the best light cones. It was just the light cones that I happened to get that were purple, and I decided to invest in it. So there are probably better ones out there that if you have access to, just go for them. I was unlucky in my opinion with light cones that this is what I got, so this is what I went with. Yeah, I mean that's really it. I found this was so much easier to do than any of the other paths. Like I've tried Path of Abundance, but I was not able to bring the icicles out fast enough. That the combined damage of the icicles plus the boss plus that other skill that she spams, everything together, it would, even if I had one turn to heal and would heal every single turn, I was not able to burst it down fast enough that they eventually overwhelmed and killed me. But this worked, and I feel like this is probably an easy way to go as long as you're able to find units that are within the elements that would break the boss. I feel like this shouldn't be too hard to do. As long as you don't get one shot and you're able to match these elements, I think you'll probably have a not too hard a time to go this route. So anyway, that's my guide for Simulated Universe World 6. Let me know what you guys think. If there's questions or comments that you have, let me know, and I will do my best to get back to you. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Take care now.